Student is 23.
You're live.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the January 26th Pine Bluffs Town Council meeting. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda is the consent agenda, approval of the consent agenda.
I'll first move to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second that.
I hear a move, a first and a second to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Second order of business is new business and action items. Review and approve the address for Prairie View Development, the residential area.
So I have attached a draft of some addresses, and what I did was I had a conversation with a couple of different individuals in construction, as well as package delivery. And, you know, we agreed that there should be some spacing, also because we talked about allowing duplexes out there, so that would leave space if we were to divide a lot to put in a duplex, or if down the road a future governing body allowed a lot to be, one of the larger lots to be divided. I think the only thing that I probably need to change on this is on the south side of Highway 30, so this portion of town as it exists. The odd numbers are on the north side of the street and the even numbers are on the south side of the street. So I didn't know if that made a difference out there. If so, then I just need to flip-flop these numbers so that the odds are on the north side.
Probably for
Consistency.
emergency management reasons, I would keep that consistent.
Yep, okay,
I would too.
got it. Then I will just kind of keep that same numbering pattern, just flip-flop them. I just wanted you all to take a look at it and let me know your thoughts before I sent that off to the county. And I know that there was between lots 8 and 19 and 9 and 30, which are on the outside of Buffalo Drive, that there's a larger than just a couple of number house difference. That was just for visual appeal on my part, but it doesn't have to be that big of a gap.
I don't see any
I
problem
don't
with
either.
that.
Okay,
I think it looks good.
okay, perfect. Then I will flip-flop those numbers and get that sent off to the county. And then the county also, when we fill out the address forms, we have a form for each parcel out there. When we fill that form out to submit to the county, on there, it gives us an option to check who it goes to, and one of them is emergency management. So then once emergency management receives it, they will update their system, so it'll be with all those folks. And I'm not 100% sure, but it might actually include the post office on those too. I don't think so, but it might.
Right. I move to approve the proposed addresses for the Prairie View Development with the caveat that we flip-flop north and south numbers.
Second.
I hear a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. On to application review of the Pine Bluffs Town Council seat. Applications will be reviewed and 3 candidates will be selected for interviews.
I think we
So-
currently have 5.
6, I believe.
6.
Can you weigh in on this, Alex?
What do you,
We're doing the,
Well, there's not a hard and fast rule,
there isn't.
no.
so you guys can either narrow it down to 3 and move from there, or if you would prefer, you could take all 6, have them come to a meeting and do their spiel and then vote.
I would prefer to narrow the scope of it
Okay.
down to 3, if you guys are good with that.
Yeah.
And
Alex, does this need to be an open discussion, or can they, okay?
Yeah.
Have you guys?
I looked long and hard at that, and
You did,
it's,
okay.
yeah.
so I suppose we would each, am I part of this?
Yes,
Okay, so starting with myself, I would propose that we interview Amy Curry, Kevin Marcourt, and Mark Knotts. Those are my 3 nominations.
Okay.
Jana, how about you? Where are you at on it?
Well, first I want to say I'm very pleased with the town of Pine Bluffs that we got 6 very solid applicants, and I think any of them would be good to fill the seat.
Absolutely.
So thank you to all 6 of them. For my 3, after looking at all their applications, I would say Amy Curry, Kevin Marquardt, and Don Randall. Those would be my 3.
How about you, Dave?
I probably would go with Amy Curry, Mark Knotts, and Terry Stagey.
Yeah, for me, I would like to nominate Amy Curry, Mark Knotts, and Kevin Marquardt.
It looks like then we will be interviewing Amy Curry, Kevin Marcourt, and Mark Knotts,
That's what I got.
if I counted that right.
That's what I got.
Yes.
Okay.
I got 2.
And again, I would like to reiterate that I'd like to thank everybody for putting their name in. I know everybody, this was a tough decision to narrow it down to this field, because all of them were great citizens and had their strong points that they could add to the community, and so this really was a difficult decision on part of all of us. And I'd like to thank them again for their application.
Alex, is that something that the council needs to do in a regular public meeting, correct?
correct.
Okay.
Would you all like to hold a special meeting for that, as opposed to waiting for the next meeting, which is Monday the 9th? Or is Monday the 9th the,
So the interview needs to be a public meeting,
Yes,
and what would you recommend?
are you thinking in terms of timing somehow, like,
Sure.
yeah, let's go 10 minutes.
So when they do the
or-
interviews, can they make the decision that same day?
Sure,
Okay, just trying not to push it off until every single council meeting, then it would be February 23rd before we had a decision, and,
yeah.
you know, the sooner the better.
Yeah, when's the first February one?
February 9th,
Yeah, you could
which is in 2 weeks.
talk with them and they could, argue with one another, arm wrestle and all that good stuff. And
Quite the event.
I think I would recommend that we develop a standard set of interview questions,
Okay,
that we not deviate from those.
Yep.
And we ask each candidate the same questions.
Yeah, I agree. Is there a way we could do like 5:30 before the meeting, just to like
Would we interview
not
them
be here until
individually or at a panel?
8?
well, that's why I just didn't know if you wanted to do this as a separate special meeting, so that it wouldn't run into a regular meeting.
I'm fine
I
doing
just
it
need
next
24 hours notice to advertise a special meeting.
week. Probably the sooner the better to get the seat filled.
I'm fine with that too. I think I would prefer a special meeting.
I think I would
Yeah.
too.
Okay. So when are you all available?
But we need time to think of the questions and make sure that our 3 interviewees are available, so.
Okay,
maybe-
so tomorrow?
Yes. 10 a.m. Maybe next week, early
Yeah.
next week?
Sometime next week.
No,
Do you have to advertise it, Kim?
I do, 24 hours in advance at
Okay,
least.
24 hours is all.
So, we could consider next Monday, the 2nd, or any day next week, but it starts on Monday, February 2nd.
Let me look at my calendar.
Or we could do it February 9th, which is the day of our regular council meeting, and just hold this earlier. As
5
also
o'clock or
suggested,
something.
start this process at 5 instead of 6.
I'm pretty free next week
Me too.
after 4 o'clock.
I am too.
I am too, so.
Monday, would that work for you guys? Monday at 5?
Yeah.
Monday
Yeah.
at 5 works for me.
Okay,
Okay,
That should work. That's the 2nd, you said?
yes. And we will check with these 3 candidates and make sure that they can all come.
So are we gonna do them each individually or like as a panel? And, like, do they need half-hour, hour slots?
Oh, I would say, I would take them individually.
Okay.
If you have a set of questions,
So should we start like 4:30 then, or is that too hard?
either or.
I was just
whatever you
thinking
guys want.
time, or how much time?
Mayor, if I might, it would probably be appropriate to, just to have a random drawing as to what the order's gonna be.
Okay.
But then typically what happens is, after you go through that initial segment, and if they have anything they wanna add to it, you might have like a 2-minute round for each of them to go say their last words of wisdom, having heard the other
Okay,
participants. Kinda level the playing field a little bit.
Okay,
point taken.
so 4:30, are you guys good with 4:30 on Monday?
4:30 works for me.
4:30, okay.
and I take it you all are going to develop the list of questions?
Apparently so, yes.
I think maybe we just,
We
come
just
up
ask
with
We each come up with.
1
5 or 6 of our own and we
I
should
was
probably set a
thinking
maximum
like
number.
2.
Yeah,
5 or
I would,
6.
I wouldn't
That
give them too
turns
many
into-
questions.
No, I was thinking like each of us came up with 2 maybe.
Ask AI.
40 questions.
20 questions. 20 questions. We do that? Is that too many?
That seems like
That
a
seems
lot.
That
like a
seems like a
lot.
lot to me.
Okay, half that?
Yeah,
Okay,
10's, I'll compromise.
I'd be good with 10.
Do you allow, the public to ask questions or no?
Well, not generally, just because it's, council.
Yeah.
it could go long,
Okay.
yeah.
And then as a reminder, this council seat will be filled until the next general election in
Which
November.
is
In November.
in November.
And
So
then
it's
they
a
will,
very short
the
tenure.
term
Yeah.
will end in
January.
January at the first council meeting, which I believe is the 17th of January in 2027. Yes, or no, sorry, the 11th of January 2027 is when the term ends. But this will give them enough time to see if they like being a council member, so that they could put their name in for the elections, which begin, which they have to have that information into us by May, end of May.
End of May.
And all that information will get pushed out here in a couple of months.
Yeah, and even though the next general election, we elect somebody to, it's just to fulfill the remainder of the term.
Yes, correct, it would be a
Which-
two-year term.
Actually, isn't that term, that is the end of that term, so that would,
It'd be a
if,
4-year.
If it is,
Oh,
then-
okay, yeah,
then,
that's
It
right.
would be the
It
end
would
of
be.
that term, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So do I hear a motion to proceed with 10 questions on an interview on Monday, February 2nd?
so moved.
Seconded.
In favor?
I,
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Mayor, would probably be appropriate, so that it's in the minutes, to have a motion as to who's being interviewed.
Okay.
I will move to choose or nominate, Amy Curry, Mark Knotts, and Kevin Markwart for interviews for the council's vacancy.
Second.
All those in favor?
I,
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. On to visitor comments. Please approach the podium and announce your name and
My name is Mary Chowns. I'm the curator at the local museum. I have been there for 11 years. Thank you for giving the Texas Trail Museum this opportunity to come before the town. Our museum is only open for 5 months during the summer. So this past summer, we had 380 visitors. We had visitors from Sweden, Scotland, England, East Coast, West Coast. Many of the visitors and the accessions have a direct connection to the museum. Most of the visitors that come to visit are small-town museum hunters, so we're very lucky to have them. Some of the visitors have said they have stopped by the Veterans Memorial, and they think it's beautiful. The ones that haven't stopped there, I tell them they really need to go there before they leave town, just like I tell people where they can eat in town. Many of the visitors have mentioned the fact that they didn't see any advertisements anywhere for the museum or the Veterans Memorial. And the museum would like to change that. We would like to have a billboard for the months of June and July. That time covers our busiest season, our busiest time during the season. It also includes trail days and all the events, the community garage sale, and Cheyenne Frontier Days. We would like to have a billboard that has a picture of the Texas Trail Museum and the Veterans Memorial downtown on display for a billboard. We have picked out a sign on the west side of town. It's at milepost 402 from the state line. This is what we're proposing for a billboard. Since the museum is a nonprofit, we depend on all of our donations to help us do extra things like this. So we're asking if the town would help us with half of the cost of the billboard. Half of the billboard is $1,240. That's cost for the production and installation at $880, and then $800 each month for June and July. We would like to have this billboard be very impressive and to have these two items on display on a board that is 10 foot by 32 foot. The board is illuminated, and the company says that they have impressions of 29,800 people have seen this every month. So we have decided that maybe if we could ask the town to help us pay for it, which with $1,240 over a 2-month period, we could do this out of our minimal budget. We have done the research on this sign, and we would continue to follow through, have the sign put up and maintained if we could get the town to help us financially. Thank you for the time, and we do appreciate anything you could do to help us. Thank you.
Thank you. We will certainly discuss it and see if it could be something that could be put in the budget and be approved for
Okay.
consideration.
Thank you. Thank you.
Could I ask one question?
Yes.
Does the museum take donations currently, or?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have a donation box for visitors that come in. We're lucky if we get $500 out of that, but yes, we do take donations. It's free to come in the museum.
Sure.
Our other donation money comes from selling individual memberships. A single membership, $15, families, $25. Both of those are just yearly. And over the years, I have figured out that people don't understand it's yearly. People say, well, I joined back in whenever. Well, they think once you donate $15, it's good forever. And that's not true. So any help we could get would be awesome.
Does the museum have an endowment currently?
We do have an investment, yes, that we got in 2014. That's how we can pay for my wages and our monthly utilities. We also get a stipend from the town. It's $4,000 a year, so it's $1,000 every quarter. That pays our electric, our gas, our phone, insurance.
Mary, I have a question. Have you checked, of course, happy to have the discussion with my counterparts here, but also curious if you have explored the options of like grants through the Wyoming Board of Tourism or something like that that could possibly help pay for advertising of tourism?
Sure. Visit Cheyenne, for
Or
instance, also.
that as well.
You know, I know they provide the Trail Days Committee with a check every year, so, you know, if Visit Cheyenne knows that the purpose is for a billboard, they may be also happy. And I can email a point of contact from.
I do have a
Visit Cheyenne.
contact there.
Oh, do you? Okay.
We did get half of a grant last year. We got $100.
Oh.
So that didn't work very well.
Yeah.
But that doesn't say that we're not going to try again.
Sure.
Yeah.
But did you present all those numbers to them last year?
No, last year it was on a different.
Oh, got it, yeah, so maybe if we went to them with these numbers and said, you know,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
in fact, I'd go to them with the grand total and.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Definitely do that.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks for all that work, Mary.
Thank you.
Any other visitor comments?
Hi,
Hello.
how's it going? My name's Seth Tangeman. I am currently building a building on the top of Beach Street. I got a invoice for the utilities, building permit, and inspector fee. My concern is, on the utilities portion of this, I ordered the utilities for the lot 2 summers ago, is when I first came into the town and then started talking to Lauren. The plan was that they'd be done the fall of 2 summers ago. The reason I was trying to get them done is because I knew I'd put a building on there eventually, and at that point, they were less expensive than they are now. The utilities didn't get completed, and then this last summer, I again tried to get them done, and I think Lauren said after trail days, and then he said after hunting season, and hasn't really been, nothing's been done with that yet. So twofold. One, I was wondering if the town would honor the price for the utilities for when I first asked for them to get done. And two, I was wondering what the time frame is on actually getting the utilities done.
Well, I can't answer that directly
Right.
because I don't know the schedule of the utilities. As far as addressing the cost of the utilities, do we generally provide vacant lots with utilities?
Generally not, so generally the building permit serves as the document that is signed by the property owner that says they want certain utilities at a particular location, whether the property is vacant or not. Because that's generally where we put in our pricing information.
Yep,
However,
I had filled one out when I did that. I left the building portion blank, obviously,
right,
and
but
I
from
just,
2 years ago you'd done that?
yep, mhm.
Okay, then if you could just bring those documents into me so that I can see what's going on and talk to Lauren, I'll be happy to coordinate that with you, and then I can get a full picture back to you guys. I mean, what is the difference in the cost?
Well, the water was 1,600, now it's 5,800. Sewer was 500, now that's 1,000. The electric was 5, that's the same, electric's the same. Obviously, the building permit and the inspector fee are higher, but I didn't ask for a building permit back then, so I'll pay the current rate on those.
Sure.
So it's just the utilities.
numbers did get flip-flopped on that. I think that it's and I can go over that with you.
Okay.
I think what has happened is in the meantime, since 2 years ago, we have passed a new connection fee resolution.
Yes.
And so with that, there was an added $1,800 development fee. And so I can understand where there might be a concern there. And so the water shouldn't have gone up, it would have been the sewer that, I think they transposed
Okay.
the 2 lines on that.
Mhm.
So if you would all maybe consider waiving that development fee that we had never considered in the past. And then I can make sure that the other numbers on that building permit are accurate and that we can work with Mr. Tangeman to make this happen.
I think that would be satisfactory.
Sure, yeah.
You guys good with that?
Yep.
I'm good with that. If you'll work it out with Kim, then
I will do that.
And then if you can, we can work it out and then I can get you a firm date on the installation. So I can just look at the building permit, and
Yeah.
make sure we have all the materials on hand. to make
Perfect.
that happen.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
any other visitor comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to department reports. Do you have anything, Jana?
I do not.
How about you, Dave? Do you have anything new?
Sadly, no.
I did attend the landfill board meeting, and not a lot had changed. Mostly the wind blew and they weren't open, and and it was a very challenging month, and so not a lot happened there. Ally, you have anything?
No, I think just gearing up and keeping our ears to the ground to prepare for the upcoming legislative session as far as WHAM is concerned. So right now, everything's kind of quiet, the calm before the storm. And I'll keep you guys updated with, if anything's pressing, I'll send you guys an email.
Okay. Do you have anything, Alex, you need to add?
Nothing terribly urgent on the legal front, so.
Okay.
Great. We like that.
How about you, Leanne?
I have just a few things. I just wanted to remind you guys about the quarterly elected officials dinner. I think you guys are coordinating something, carpooling. And then also, I just got started on the mayoral scholarship. I want to make sure that you guys are still okay with what we've done in the past, which is 2 $500 scholarships. Are y'all
What did you,
good with that?
you had,
We talked about maybe raising that number.
about,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know if
talked
this is the
about,
year fiscally for us to do that.
So that comes out of a different,
Okay.
different pot of money. Let me get that, dollar amount for you.
It doesn't seem like $500 goes very far these days.
Well, it doesn't.
Get you 3 books, maybe.
Yeah,
That feels
sure
generous.
doesn't.
Cheap books. 3
Used
cheap
books.
if we raise it, Dave.
Someone else's
I'll
notes
donate
are
the
already in
difference.
those ones.
Oh, I wasn't looking for that,
No, but I will,
I just thought it would be good to talk about.
since it's
What
the
we-
mayoral.
Then I will, while she's looking
Yeah.
at this,
So as of, December 31st, we had $8,500 in that account. And so, generally, every year, you know, we rely on donations from events like Christmas at Home and bake sales and other, donation events. And I would say annually, we bring in a revenue of, about $2,500 to that account. So,
And we issue two?
in the past, we've done 2 $500.
Two five-
we
500.
originally did one, and then, we opened it up to two to try and see if we could get a little bit more interest, and it was 1 to, originally, when we switched it, we thought, well, maybe 1 to a, college-bound student, and then another one to,
Grades.
trades, military.
And I still like that.
Workforce, yeah,
So,
I do
yeah,
still
we
like
can,
that too.
definitely continue on that path.
So financially, it looks feasible to be able to go ahead and raise it to $1,000 for each?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would move we raise those 2 scholarships to $1,000 each.
Okay.
Okay,
Second.
Hearing a motion to raise the scholarship fund to $1,000 each. Hearing a first and a second, all those in favor?
Hi.
Opposed?
okay.
Motion carries.
I will get those letters sent out to the seniors, I'll change that, and then I put the deadline as our last meeting in April. And that way you guys will have a chance to look them over and vote the 1st of May. Give them out, like right before graduation.
That would be good.
Okay, that's all I have.
How about you, Kim? What have you got?
Just in case you've seen a company out there doing some tree trimming in the alleys, that's us clearing, tree limbs out of the power lines, in the alleyways. And our WASIP, for our airport construction improvement plan is due for submission this week. It looks like the state is looking at moving our taxiway and apron reconstruction project from FY 2031 to FY 2033, and we understand the funding constraints that go along with that. However, we did put in a statement saying that while we understand the need for the change at this time, we will continue, the town, to closely monitor the condition of the affected taxiway and apron area, and if signs of accelerated deterioration are emerging, then we will alert them to consider it at an earlier year, particularly of that apron area. So, you know, the first project, of course, is gonna be that runway project, which will be starting in 2027.
And that's substantial.
That is a substantial
That's a big project.
That's several $1,000,000, so. You know, at one point that, you know, we had talked about doing the apron first, but it has been determined that the runway needs to take a priority and that the apron and taxiway will come after that. This year, we are doing generally, it's a seal coat and marking project. However, because of the runway reconstruction being done, it's going to turn into just a marking project. They will refresh all the markings along the runway and the taxiway. And so we'll have a little bit of a savings there. But, so that's for the airport piece. We reviewed and sent off change order 3 to Prospect Construction to move forward with the sewer portion of the industrial park. And the change order has gone on to Altitude Energy to do the electric portion of the industrial park. So those pieces will be wrapped up. I cannot apply for the loan to complete roads within the industrial park until we have reached substantial completion on the sewer and the electric. But I don't think at this time that will be a problem. I think once they get, I don't think that the sewer and the electric will take many working days. I think the change order is for 45 days, so, yeah, that won't take too terribly long. I think by the 30-day point, we'll be close enough that I can go ahead and apply.
When do they propose starting on that?
We don't have a firm date yet. It's spring. Right now, we're
Spring,
trying
okay.
to coordinate between PCI and Altitude to try and get them on the playing field at the same time.
Okay,
To reduce our construction management costs for that.
yes.
But I'll be happy if some of the time overlaps. I don't see all of it overlapping, so.
Okay,
So, yeah, we're good there, and, other than that, again, just kind of working through audits. I had hoped to have a financial report to you for the calendar year ending December 31st. I didn't have it ready for this meeting, but you'll have it for the next council meeting. And, that's kind of where we're at for now.
anything else from anyone? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.